What's good? It's your brother YK The Truth, and I'm back with another video. So Bigga and Dr. Umar Johnson gets into another heated argument about religion. Let's check it out.
Who directly taught you was the most significant in your life?
My elders, my teachers, my parents,
Your
my
parents, like your
ancestors.
grandmother, your parents.
I learned
Did
from everybody.
Did they teach you about Jesus Christ?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, so they believed in Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Can we move on? Stop.
Why
I
we
don't
moving
I don't
on? Why
want
we
to talk
moving on?
about this
Why
no
we
more.
moving on?
Move on.
Yo, how did he get mad out of nowhere?
Hey CJ, I'm about to run to the grocery store real quick. Did you need anything while I was out?
Yeah, let me get it.
No! You get nothing!
That was some bipolar shit right there. That was really some bipolar shit. Let's keep going.
Question. Next question. Next question, bro. Next question.
The reason why the Honorable Marcus Garvey was the greatest organizer in modern history, although he was a Christian, his organization was not Christian. It was based on African culture, African consciousness, African religion.
And it failed.
No, it did not fail.
It did.
Yo, people really hate Africa, man. It's like when you start talking about Africa, they just start looking crazy.
African consciousness, African religion.
And it failed.
No, it did not fail.
It did.
It did not fail. What do you mean?
It failed.
Marcus Garvey gave the blueprint for the independence of the African continent. He liberated an entire continent ideologically. Now, what has your religion done?
It failed.
What has your religion done comparable to that?
It failed.
What has your religion done comparable to that? And do you hear it failed? Do you see this? So you get that religious chauvinism.
Yup. There it go. It failed. Marcus Garvey failed. It seems like Hebrews got a problem with Africa. It seems like Aboriginals got a problem with Africa. Because these organizations are anti-African.
Elitism, that's what you got. It failed. He pushing the Bible, but Garvey failed. Give me a break. You've done nothing for the African community. Nothing.
Burns, she wants to take a break. She wants to pause. Let's pause.
No, I don't want to pause. I want them to pause.
I want to go in another direction. I broke my rules. I don't discuss religion. Do you feel me? Because of these narrow-minded views that religious black people have. It's not a tool of unity. It's only a tool of division. But the point that I was making is the reason Garvey was the most successful is he's the only one who had the wisdom to say that religion will divide us more than bring us together. And he was a devout Christian. But he knew the religious immaturity,
But like, this is proof though. This is actually proof that it's divisive. Because when we start having difference of opinions, that's when it starts to get hostile. So like this interview is proof that religion is divisive. When you can't even talk about it without somebody being offensive and offended by what you believe. Like, if you believe that, that's good, but I don't have to accept what you believe. Just like you don't have to accept what I believe. See, when we say that, it's not divisive anymore. But you're going to automatically, if you're a Christian, you're going to look at people differently. It's kind of like vegans, right? Who don't eat meat. They look at people that eat meat like it's something wrong with them. Because you don't eat meat, that don't mean that you're better than somebody who does. It's this chauvinism thing that's going on. If I don't believe what you believe, I'm a goofy. Or I'm a heathen. Or I'm an atheist. Because I don't believe what you believe. You get what I'm saying?
Of black people would separate us.
Like your grandparents?
So Garvey kept the UNIA
like your grandparents?
Focused on
your
African culture, African consciousness.
You see? Who that sound like? Go to grandma. Your grandparents, listen, our grandparents made mistakes. Must I remind you? The same grandmothers who told us that we had Indian in us and gave us the Bible and fed us pig feet. It's the same grandmother who went to Guyana and drunk the Kool-Aid with Jim Jones. So don't say just, well, your grandmother. Bro, nobody's perfect, not even our grandparents. So just because they say something, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're right all the time. There's plenty of things that our parents and our grandparents gave us that wasn't right.
African liberation.
Just think
You see
about
that?
what you're saying now.
He wants a religious movement. Everybody don't need to follow the Bible. Everybody don't have to follow the Bible. Christianity is only 2,000 years old. Do you know how old we are? African people, modern
Roman
Africans,
Christianity.
been on the planet 250,000 years old. We've been dealing with God for 250,000 years old, and this man wants me to throw out my spiritual heritage and culture and reduce my association with the Most High to a book that he reads that's only 2,000 years old, and it's not even that, because after the so-called crucifixion of Jesus, who we can't even prove existed,
The scriptures.
okay?
Ooh, fire.
Who we can't even prove existed, the Bible wasn't written down for what, 100, 200 years after Christ? So the religion might be
That's not
2,000 years old.
What
The
point
Bible
was you
might have
gonna
been
make,
with us for what,
Vern?
1,800 years old? Do you know how ridiculous it would be for a people with 250,000 years of spiritual culture to throw it out to pick up a 2,000-year-old book? That's insanity.
All right, copy. What version so we can move on? What?
300 different versions of the Bible. None of them agree on anything. The whole life of Jesus is reduced to 4 gospels. They know nothing of Jesus from the time he went into Kemet, spiritual center of African people, where he was taught, studied, and groomed into African spirituality. Where was Christ from 7 to 30? Where was he at? Studying traditional African spirituality at the feet of our ancestors. That's where Jesus.
That's it. I don't even want to. Y'all go see the rest of the video. Dr. Umar expounds on his skepticism towards religion. Shout out to Bigga. Shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson, for this video. It's your brother YK The Truth, and I'm out. Peace.